Mr. Speaker, sir, it is a privilege to deliver my maiden speech at the 14th Parliament of Singapore. I would like to declare that I am the Managing Director of the Timber Group of Companies, Director of Place M1 Private Limited, Feed the World Private Limited, SMU Enterprise, MP Enterprise, Assistant Honorary Secretary of the Restaurant Association of Singapore, and the Treasurer of the Singapore Nightlife Business Association. I rise to thank the President for her speech. I fully concur with her that we must engage and harness the aspirations and creative energies of all Singaporeans. Our lives have changed so much in the past 8 months. This COVID-19 pandemic is providing unprecedented challenges for both our people and society. 2020 has revealed two major realities. First, even well-managed companies have been adversely affected due to external factors. For instance, the companies in our tourism ecosystem, such as SIA, hotels, and F&B. And second, the desire of our electorate for a more inclusive society on matters pertaining to race, community, and employment. I strongly believe that these challenges provide new opportunities for us to work together as one community to evolve to meet new realities. As a fellow Singaporean entrepreneur myself, I stand here to represent and be a strong voice for our companies, especially SMEs during such extraordinary times. We need to broaden our view of enterprises and entrepreneurs as having not only economic value, but deep social value at our core. Our enterprises are agents of social changes. We need more companies to be created with missions that value adds to our society and improves our societal well-being. Therefore, it is crucial that we shift our perspective from looking at enterprise as an economic entity, but also see it as a unit for our society's progress. This will mean that at a societal level, each enterprise must reflect our national narrative of against the odds, regardless of race, language, or religion, and inclusivity. We must be prepared to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We need to support our companies trying to revive, transform their businesses. I agree that this requires a significant change in our mindset, but we must do so quickly in such difficult and unusual times. We need to question existing assumptions and recalibrate our thinking about enterprises. Looking at entrepreneurs and enterprises as having both economic as well as societal value at the national level will inspire more entrepreneurs to establish more companies in Singapore, especially young people in their 20s to 30s who want to do more than simply make money. With more companies on board, we can offer more quality jobs which attract more Singaporeans who desire to work for these companies because it resonates with their aspirations. In addition, we should not compartmentalize that corporate social responsibility is separate from entrepreneurship development. In fact, the concept of CSR is fast becoming nothing more than public relations. Doing well and doing good comes hand in hand. Authenticity is much talked about and less often reflected. Today, we must think even beyond delivering double bottom lines and instead build businesses out of a core that integrates societal well-being into its operations. Every enterprise is an organic entity that evolves over time. Those that did not begin in high-growth sectors can pivot into it over time. Some successful companies today come from very humble beginnings. We must not assess the success of an enterprise at a single point in time, but instead adopt an iterative perspective where all enterprises evolve over time and therefore will have many highs and lows as part of its development. This means that we need to reframe our belief of letting failing companies die to enabling failing companies to rebound and restart. We must support every entrepreneur or business owner in sectors because society needs them rather than the belief of spotting unicorn winners and only supporting high-tech entrepreneurs. We need to build into the DNA of the entrepreneur and the enterprise their ability to contribute meaningfully to Singapore society at large. We need to value the individual entrepreneur more than the business and walk this journey of evolution alongside them. Our approach with our workers is that we cannot save every job, but we will look after every worker. Our approach for our SMEs and entrepreneurs should be the same. While we cannot save every business, we should partner every entrepreneur to evolve, help them with a soft landing, provide them a longer runway, and help them restart. A good example of a startup that evolved over time is Alchemy Food Tech. Alan and his wife, Verlyn, started Alchemy Food Tech to fight our societal battle on diabetes. Together, they invented Alchemy Fiber, a patented ingredient that is gluten-free and made from plant crops such as corn, pea, and tapioca, to lower the glycemic index of refined carbohydrates such as rice, bread, and noodles while raising their overall fiber content. When COVID-19 requires restaurants to be closed and more people begin to prepare their own meals at home, the Alchemy team created complementary consumer-friendly products that could be easily used for healthier cooking, home-cooked meals. Today, Alchemy Fiber is found in established brands like Boon Tong Kee and working with food manufacturers like Gardenia. I've known Alan before Alchemy when he and his wife started a company selling soy-based ice cream. They have evolved from serving desserts to transforming everyday staples. They are a good example of how an enterprise is an organic entity which evolves through time with a mission of food tech to fight our societal battle on diabetes. Together, they invented Alchemy Fiber, a patented ingredient that is gluten-free and made from plant crops such as corn, pea, and tapioca, to lower the glycemic index of refined carbohydrates such as rice, bread, and noodles while raising their overall fiber content. When COVID-19 requires restaurants to be closed and more people begin to prepare their own meals at home, the Alchemy team created complementary consumer-friendly products that could be easily used for healthier cooking, home-cooked meals. Today, Alchemy Fiber is found in established brands like Boon Tong Kee and working with food manufacturers like Gardenia. I've known Alan before Alchemy when he and his wife started a company selling soy-based ice cream. They have evolved from serving desserts to transforming everyday staples. They are a good example of how an enterprise is an organic entity which evolves through time with a mission of improving our societal well-being. I deeply hope that we can and will do more to help our entrepreneurs and enterprises. As such, I call upon the 5 policy moves. Firstly, we need to enlarge our key performance indicators when we support Singaporean enterprises and assess their broader contribution to Singapore society. Increasingly, the world of investing and corporate reporting is shifting towards the ESG model. Government support measures for our enterprises needs to evolve towards this lens. The way we support, shape enterprises, focus, and outcomes. Secondly, we need to expand our current grant schemes to also include areas to revive, rejuvenate, and restart entrepreneurs and enterprises, as we need to make hope a tangible value in our economic DNA. In this climate of COVID-19 pandemic, we expect to see more business disruptions. Some entrepreneurs will fail because their business model have been disrupted, if not disrupted by COVID-19. We need to help these entrepreneurs restart, much like how we help budding entrepreneurs to start up. Seasoned entrepreneurs have years of experience, knowledge, and networks that can be potentially wasted if they are unable to restart fast. We need to help them with a tangible rebound by assisting them with seed capital and public financing to restart. With this approach, they can contribute to our economy and society quickly, thereby creating new jobs and benefiting Singapore to emerge faster and stronger. To help our entrepreneurs restart quickly, our regulatory agencies will need to process new applications faster, as it is important to consider the opportunity cost to our society. To help our entrepreneurs rejuvenate, we need to be more targeted in manpower policies towards different industries. MOM's recent announcement of raising EP and SPAS minimum salary impacts industries unevenly. Industries such as offshore and marine, travel and hospitality, construction, retail and F&B are already reeling from the impact of COVID-19. The additional costs levied on these industries are hard to bear. We need companies to survive and thrive. In this way, we continue to help our Singaporeans by preserving their jobs and their livelihoods, as SMEs employ close to 70% of our workforce. Thirdly, we need to further enhance support for businesses who face financial challenges. The reality is this: as many businesses restart, they face a mountain of old debt, be it rental arrears or owing to suppliers. Cash flow remains a challenge. The COVID-19 Temporary Measures Act and the new rental relief framework for SMEs have been beneficial and provided some peace of mind for our entrepreneurs. However, it is temporary and the hard reality kicks in after the COVID-19 measures are lifted. Some businesses may want to restart, but they have a problem of getting fresh credit. Many also worry about their old debts have snowballed. In the case of rental arrears, these businesses must now cope with repayments due under the rental relief on top of their already strained cash flow situation. As such, I would like to propose A, that the repayment scheme be extended for more categories of debts. This can be patterned along the lines of COVID-19 repayment scheme for rent arrears. The new categories can include other obligations, such as liabilities under personal guarantees or insurance bonds, trade financing, and term loans. There should be an installment plan outlining a clear debt repayment schedule with capped interest rates. We should make it clear. B, we should make it clear that directors should not be liable for insolvency training if the insolvency period arises from the 1st of February 2020. Currently, this relief is only temporary. These additional moves will provide entrepreneurs with more runway to pay their debts, ensuring their mental wellness while attempting to restart their businesses. Fourth, more innovation can take place when companies look beyond its specific vertical and sector. Cross-sectoral collaborations provide opportunities where skill sets can be combined synergistically to create new business products and services. To enable more of such cross-industry collaborations, we need to add horizontal layers in our current way of structuring industry verticals. Government officers will need to have horizontal exposure and skill sets to better support our companies. We will need to promote more networking opportunities and collaborations between trade associations. We need to promote more joint ventures opportunities. Let us keep finding more ways to integrate all our efforts further so that there is more collaboration between partners so that we achieve higher network effect for our enterprises. And last but not least, beyond support measures, the government needs to also foster the best environment for our SMEs and entrepreneurs to succeed. I'm heartened that MTI has convened a Fair Tenancy Pro Tem Committee. COVID-19 brought structural imbalances of the landlord-tenant relationship to bear. For many SMEs who are tenants, they rely on an equitable partnership with their landlords to thrive. Those who are fortunate to have landlords who adopt a partnership mindset have a higher chance to thrive, and as they grow, their landlords benefit too as they take up more space. As with all types of relationships, there needs to be trust, and trust is built on transparency. We need to ensure a fair and transparent relationship between landlords and tenants so that both can grow in a sustainable manner with the end goal of providing societal well-being. In a nutshell, we need to, 1, view our Singapore enterprises as having both economic and societal value. As such, we need to broaden and recalibrate our performance indicators when supporting them. 2, we need to enhance our existing grant schemes to enable our entrepreneurs and their enterprises to revive, rejuvenate, and restart. 3, we need to provide an assured legal framework on insolvency and debts repayment for targeted companies and entrepreneurs to enable them to restart now and after COVID-19. 4, we need to develop an ecosystem to enable more cross-sector collaborations. And 5, through a fair tenancy framework, provide a conducive and fair environment for our SMEs to thrive in Singapore. Through the above 5 policy advancements, we can leverage our inherent capacity of our enterprises and entrepreneurs who continue contributing to the overall Singapore economic and social footprint, creating good jobs for Singaporeans and thereby securing their livelihoods. We must provide more hope and heart for greater value to emerge. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm confident that our entrepreneurs and enterprises has the grit and gumption to overcome current disruptions and challenges. Let us walk this journey of revive, rejuvenate, and restart with our entrepreneurs. Let us partner them as societal agents of change, facing each challenge with the conviction of carving out opportunities for sustainable good. I believe together we can evolve Singapore Inc., which will ultimately not just provide good jobs, but great livelihoods for the families of Singapore. Thank you.